For over a week now, the discussion about Snoop Dogg slamming Disney's Lightyear and essentially saying, I didn't know what to tell my grandson when I went to the theater, where I went to show him something, just some family-friendly entertainment, and all of a sudden, there's two moms on the screen, and my grandson, my little grandson, is asking me, hey, how do these two ladies have a baby? That doesn't make any sense. Snoop Dogg went on a podcast, had a complaint that a lot of parents and people in America have been having about Disney entertainment lately, and the world lost their mind at him. The woke mob took over. The woke mob started calling for his job, started saying, that's disgusting, that's homophobic, how dare you? How dare you ask for your children to not have propaganda shoved down their throats? A lot of calls for him to lose his job here, for him to lose his job from The Voice that he has with NBC. And now we've entered a different part of this story because the writer for Lightyear, the movie that was a complete and total failure, a bomb that lost hundreds of millions of dollars for Disney, that writer has come out and claimed that she is the one that wrote that in there and that she's proud of it. Lightyear screenwriter Lauren Gunderson says she does not regret writing the scene after Snoop Dogg's response. A character needed a partner, and it was natural to write she instead of he. I knew the impact it could have. I'm proud to infinity. Love is love. Why don't you talk about how this movie lost hundreds of millions of dollars? How about that? How about that? So I created the Lightyear lesbians. I knew the representational effect it could have. Small line, big deal. I was elated that they kept it. Right? She's the one that wrote this. Well, then a lot of pressure was on Snoop Dogg. And then the headlines as of yesterday were this. Snoop Dogg caves to cancel culture after Disney Pixar backlash, says my bad, and teach me how to learn. And it's true. You started seeing screenshots flying all around with Snoop Dogg's official account replying to a Hollywood Unlocked post. Now, a puzzling part of this story is that Snoop Dogg's representatives are saying that that's a fake apology. It's not real. It's not real. No sign of so-called sorry on rapper social. Despite a backlash to recent anti-LGBTQ comments made by Snoop Dogg, an apparent apology circulated on social media from the iconic rapper appears to be as phony as a $3 bill. A sweep of Snoop's social media feed showed no apology from Drop It Like It's Hot performer. In fact, sources say there was never a response from Snoop on the fallout from his Lightyear statement about his grandson seeing a same-sex couple married on screen. The comment seemingly from the six-time Grammy winner apologized for his recent statement that a moment in a 2020 Disney Pixar film fucked me up and made him scared to go to the movies. And we've talked about that a little bit. But then we have this screenshot floating around. Now, the wild thing about this is that when I went to Hollywood Unlock's Instagram a couple hours ago, I couldn't pull up any comments on this. I couldn't pull up a single damn comment on this post, including any from Snoop Dogg. But then a few hours later, all of a sudden, the comments were back, including his. Now, this is verified account. This is Snoop Dogg, 88.5 million followers. So this post is still up. This response is still up. I was just caught off guard and had no answer from my grandsons. All my gay friends know what's up. They've been calling me with love. My bad for not knowing the answers for a 6-year-old. Teach me how to learn. I'm not perfect. So obviously somebody wrote that. You wrote that. If I could judge based on the writing, like based on the spelling, the grammatical errors, I think you probably did write that. Yet a lot of his reps are saying no, like it is a fake. A source close to Snoop Dogg tells us. So are you saying that it's fake, but it's still up? Like it's still on your account? Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. To me, none of this shit matters about him saying that it's not real. It's still up. It's his account. It's still up. In my opinion, he caved, right? He caved to these people that are criticizing him, that are calling him homophobic, all this stuff. Now, do I think that Snoop Dogg thinks that, like if Snoop Dogg saw lesbians in an R-rated movie or whatever, do I think he'd have any problem with it? No. I think specifically his issue is with this being introduced to his children, or grandchildren in this case, to young children. That's what his problem with. And regardless of what anybody's, thoughts are about gay people or trans people or whatever, one thing that the vast majority of people, regardless of whatever your actual opinion is on these issues, is that shouldn't be pushed in movies and TV shows that are meant for children. Children shouldn't be propagandized. But because Snoop Dogg has some backlash, because people are calling for him to be fired from this, look at all the money you fucking made. Do you think you need to apologize to anybody? Absolutely not. So it's tough to tell, what this means. Like, his representatives saying, no, that's not real. It didn't happen. Maybe they disabled comments for a little while so people couldn't see it. So then when they went there, it didn't look like anything was there. But clearly it still is there 4 days later. So them saying it's fake, I don't really know what the fuck that means. It's clearly there, and it's clearly your account. If somebody else wrote that, you'd had a couple days to fix it. You could have deleted it pretty easily. But in my opinion, Snoop Dogg kind of bends the knee and just kind of wants all this to end and for people to stop calling him homophobic, which, to be honest, that's a pretty bitch-made move. Stand by it. If you meant what you said, stand by it. That's the best case. You don't have anything to apologize for at all, and somebody like Snoop Dogg, with all the money he's made, with all the shit he's got going on, he doesn't need to apologize for anything, especially something that, 99% of people kind of agree with. Stop pushing this shit in children's entertainment.